Alright, good morning everybody. For our folks starting virtually, we do have a Pilates block today, but you can do all of these movements without a Pilates block or use a pillow. For our work practice today, we're going to begin at the back of our mats. Our feet are going to be about hip distance apart. We're going to take a slight bend through those knees, and we're going to take a little squeeze through those glutes. We're going to pull that belly button back towards our spine and think about knitting our ribs together. And then we'll take a couple rolls of our shoulders, just setting them down and away from our ears. And we're going to bring this alignment into our cat class for today. When we're ready, we're going to take a hinge at those hips and those glutes to the back of the room, that bend in our knees. Hands will travel down our shins, moving away from our center here. On our nice big inhale, we're going to come up to about mid-thigh, back stays nice and flat here. Big exhale down, sending those fingertips away from center. And inhale to come back up. We're going to take a couple breaths here, just waking up that posterior chain, saying good morning to those hamstrings, to our glutes, and to our low back. Let's take one more here, stretching the furthest we've gone so far. Send those fingertips just a little bit further away from center. Nice big inhale, we're going to circle sweep, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Nice exhale here, let's take a hinge of those hips and those glutes to the back of the room. Hands will come on down to the mat. We'll make a little tent with our fingers here. From here we're going to take a big inhale, lifting that left arm up towards the sky, sending those fingertips up towards the ceiling. We can direct our line of vision to look up at the back of our hand here. And exhale to bring that hand back down to center. Let's lift through that right hand side, inhaling, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Gentle bend through the knees here. We'll take a look at the back of our hand on this side. And exhale to lower back down. From here we can bring our hands to remain down on the mat. And we're going to take a lift through that left heel, drawing our left knee up towards our chest. And drop that heel down, lift through our opposite side. We'll just alternate through these heel lifts here. You can add a little rotation of those knees, sending them out to the corners of the mat if that feels right today. This is a really great one to take at your own pacing. Listen into your own body. Where are we holding that stress today? Where are we holding that tension today? It might feel really nice to take this on a little bit slower, or to walk through a that march real quick. If it's not feeling great to have those hands all the way down on our knees, we can come on up to our knees. And we're here for 3. When we're ready, next big inhale, we can come into our circle sweep, leading with our heart, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. And nice big exhale here, we can hinge at the hips and those glutes to the back of the room. Hands come back down to the mat. From here, let's walk those hands down over to the left-hand side of the mat. Fingertips pointed away from center here. Gentle bend through the knees. Getting a little stretch to that side body. Nice big exhale. We can walk those hands to center here. And then walk them on over to the opposite side of the mat. Fingertips pointed away from center here. Gentle stretch through that low back. We're going to hold here before we step into that exhale. We'll walk those hands back to center. And once we're here back in center, we'll let our hands find our elbows. Torso hangs down towards the mat. Letting our upper body hang on down towards the ground. We can start a little swivel in our hips, side to side. Our upper body's on vacation, lower body's doing all the work here. When we're ready, on our next big inhale, we'll come into that circle sweep, leading with our hearts and those fingertips up towards the sky. And nice big exhale here, hinge with those hips and those glutes to the back of the room. Hands will come on down to the mat. From here, let's walk those hands out towards the tippy top of the mat. We're going to find our plank position here. Hands will stack underneath our shoulders. Option here to stay in this flow plank, or option to join me down on our knees here. Either way, we're going to pull that belly button up towards our spine. Imagine there's a string pulling us up towards the ceiling. From here, we're going to take a tuck through those elbows, pulling our elbows in towards our waist as we lower our chest down towards the mat. Defy gravity all the way down as we come down slow. And once we're down at this top point, we're going to glue those hands underneath our shoulders. We'll glue those thighs to the mat. From here, next big inhale, we're going to lift our Inhaling to lift here. And exhale to come back down. Let's get one more here. Inhale to lift our head and chest above the mat. Palms float up off the ground. And exhale to lower back down. Up, lifting those legs up off the ground this time too. Squeezing through those glutes to hold at this top point. And exhale to lower back down. This is into this lift. We can extend those arms long in front of us, pointing our fingertips and toes to opposite sides of the room. From here, let's take a bend through those elbows. Make a little W shape with our arms as we pull our elbows in towards our ribs. And press it back forward. Let's get one more W here. And last one. From here, we can bring those hands back underneath our shoulders, planting them under us as we press up into our 4-point position. Hands will stack underneath shoulders, knees will stack underneath our hips as we come into this tabletop position. From here, we're going to take a tuck through those toes, curling them in towards us. We're going to use our core to lift those knees up off the mat, hovering them up off the mat. Before we shoot those hips up into the air, finding our downward dog. We're sending those seat bones up to this tallest point. We can reset our feet so they're about hip distance apart. Gentle lift through those heels. From here, let's take an inhale to lift through that left leg. Send it up to the sky, point through those toes. Feel this elongation through our full spine. Feel some power here. We're pressing our weight into our palms. If we want a little more, we can take a bend in that knee, dropping our heels over our glutes and opening up those hips to the side of the room. Inhale to extend through that leg, point through those toes. Big exhale, we're going to draw that foot forward to be framed by our hands. We're finding our low lunge here. We're going to keep that back knee floating. Next big inhale, we're going to open up same arm towards same inner thigh. Send those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take a look at the back of our hands. We're going to exhale, gently lower down as slowly as possible. And big inhale to lift up again. Let's exhale to plant that hand back to the side of our feet. Then we're going to come into a little hip flexor stretch. So we're going to draw that heel up towards the top of the mat and then press it back towards the back of the mat. Just using our back toes to propel us as we settle deeper into the stretch. We want to keep that back knee floating here. We're going to come back to stillness together in 5.
Let's celebrate. It's all right.
When we're ready, let's come on back to stillness. We're going to halfway step that back foot forward to meet our front to the tippy top of our mat. We're going to find our halfway fold first. So we're inhaling, shining our chest forward, back stays nice and flat here. And big exhale. We'll let those hands come on back down to the sides of our feet. And we'll inhale into that full circle sweep, leading with our heart. Send those fingertips up towards the sky. Nice big exhale here. Hinge at the hips and those feet to the back of the room. Hands come back to the sides of our feet. From here we can hop or step both of those feet back, finding our plank position. Option here if we were in that kneeling position to join us in that full plank. Or option to stay in that kneeling plank position. From here, once again, we're engaging through that core, pulling that belly button up towards our spine. Elbows pull into ribs as we defy gravity down slow. And once we're all the way down here, we're going to glue those shoulders, hands underneath our shoulders, gluing our thighs to the mat, gluing the tops of our feet to the mat. From here, we're going to rotate those heels to drop them down to the left-hand side of the mat, and then rotate on over to the right-hand side. This is going to give us a nice stretch through that low back. Give our lower body some love here. This is a place that builds a lot of tension, so this is a really nice stretch. Come back to center. And here for 2. And last one. When we're ready, let's come on back to stillness together. We're going to press on up into our 4-point position. Hands will stack underneath shoulders. Knees will stack underneath hips. From here, let's take a little tuck through those toes. We're going to use our core to lift the those knees up off the ground, hovering them slightly. We'll shoot those hips up into the air, find our downward dog. We'll reset those feet so they're about a distance apart. We're shining our chest towards our thighs here. When we're ready, next big inhale, let's extend through that right leg this time, pointing those right toes up towards the ceiling. Elongate through our spine here. Let's take a little bend in that knee, drawing our heels over our glutes and opening up those hips to the side of the room. Beautiful work. Next big inhale, let's extend through that leg again, point through those toes. Big exhale, we're driving that foot forward to be framed by our hands. Let's find that low lunge here. When we're ready, we're opening up same arm for same inner thigh, sending those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Taking a look at the back of our hands. And big exhale to lower on down. Big inhale up, saying hello to that inner thigh, send those fingertips up towards the ceiling. And we're exhaling down slow. Let's plant those hands to the sides of our feet. We're going to use our back toes to propel us into that hip flexor stretch. So settling a little deeper into this low lunge. Drawing our heel towards the back of the mat and then pressing it forward towards the front. And here for 3. And let's come back to stillness together in 2. And last one. When we're ready, let's hop or step that back foot forward to meet our front at the tippy top of the mat. We're going to find that halfway fold first. So we're going to inhale, shine our chest forward. Back stays nice and flat. Those hands from about mid-thigh. Exhale, descend those hands back down to the sides of our feet. We're going to inhale into that circle sweep, leading with our heart, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Once we're up here, this is a great spot to find our good morning stretch. Give ourselves a little rotation, a little stretch through the side body, whatever feels right. We're going to keep those hands lifted here. We're going to roll out our wrists so we can inhale, send the fingertips up towards the sky, take a couple rolls of our wrists. Lowering our hands down to the sides of our thighs as we roll out those wrists. Once we're down here, we're going to take another big inhale. Send those fingertips back up to the sky. Let's reverse the direction of those wrist rolls. Beautiful work. All right, that's going to wrap up our warm-up. So on our way down, we can grab some water and head down to the mat for our first core workout of the day. So for this core workout, we're going to need our weights. So we'll grab some weights, bring them somewhere handy. The weights are going to be back in the corner. And I recommend going with the lightest weights on this one because we will be using weights for a lot of our tracks today. A gentle arm weight, if you will. We're going to bring those feet about palm distance away from our booties here. We're going to bring our hands to the nooks of our knees. We're going to gently lower on down to the mat. So here we're going to find our alignment on the mat by pressing that low back into the ground. Or pressing that low back into the mat, pressing our spine into the mat. Imagine we're trying to leave an imprint of our spine in the motor foam of our mat here. We can use our hands to find the correct spacing of our feet about palm distance away from our booties here. We'll need both of those weights, so we'll bring those hands above our chest, holding those weights here. When we're ready, we're going to come into our chest lift. So we're going to exhale, shine our chest towards our thighs, weight sweep to the sides of our glutes. And we're going to inhale to release back. Exhaling up into that chest lift, closing that space between our ribs and our hips. Inhaling to release back. We're starting here for 5, warming up into this movement. Saying good morning to our core. As we do this, we want to think about peeling our shoulder blades up off the mat, keeping that low back imprinting into the ground. Beautiful work. We're here for 4. As we're doing this, you want to keep a gentle spacing in between our chin and our chest. You could think about holding an apple underneath our chin, just so we're not overextending through our neck here. And we're here for 2. Keep that low back pressing into the mat. Next time we exhale up into that chest lift, I want you to hold and meet me here. We're gonna lift that left leg up into tabletop. Right leg's gonna follow. Left leg's gonna tap down to our high heel position, and right leg will follow before we inhale to release back. Exhaling up into that chest lift, lifting one leg at a time into tabletop, and then lowering down from here. Beautiful work. Keep this movement really slow and controlled. We're closing that distance between our ribs and our hips as we exhale up into that chest lift, keeping that low back pressing into the mat. And we're here for 3. We've got 2 more here. Last one. Next time we inhale to release back. Let's glue those ankles together. We're going to exhale up into that chest lift. Lift both legs up into tabletop as once. Toes will tap right back down together. Inhale as we release back. Here for 5. Beautiful work. Here for 4. Once again, we're closing that distance between our ribs and our hips, keeping that low back pressing into the mat. Check in with our core engagement here. And here for 3. And last 2. Last one, I want you to hold those legs lifted into a tabletop. We're inhaling to release back, exhaling to sweep those weights to the sides of our glutes, holding those legs lifted. Keep that low back pressing into the mat. You're doing amazing. Keep this movement really slow and controlled. This is a great one to pace to our breath. So we're exhaling as we sweep those weights to the sides of our glutes. Inhaling to release back. Here for 3. And last one. Beautiful work. Next time we exhale up, I want you to hold at our lifted position, sweeping those weights to the sides of our glutes. From here, we're going to pulse out. Beautiful work. Keep those legs lifted in tabletop. We're pressing that low back into the mat. Pulse out here. Here for 10. Here for 5. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Lose those weights. Give our core some love. And when we're ready, we are going to stay down in this position. We're going to keep our palms about, we're going to keep our feet about a palm's distance away from our booties. We'll need those weights once again. We'll make sure we shake out our arms, give ourselves what we need before we head back up. We're going to once again send those weights up above our chest. From here, we're going to begin by finding a little bit of a chest press here. So we're going to lower those elbows to the sides of our shoulders, parallel with our shoulders, and then press them back up above our chest. Beautiful work. As we're doing this, we should think about squeezing through our chest as we lift those weights back up above our center. Here for 5. We're going to add on in 4. Last 3. Here for 2. Beautiful work. Next time we go to lift through those arms, I want you to lift our hips up towards the sky at the same time. Next time we lower through those glutes. Pressing those weights up to the sky, pressing our hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful work. Squeeze those glutes at that top point. You're doing amazing. We're here for 4. We're gonna hold those hips lifted in 3. And last 2. And last one. Lift those hips up into the air, squeeze through those glutes. We're just moving through this arm movement of lowering our elbows down towards the mat and pressing back up towards the ceiling, squeezing through our chest. Keep those glutes lifted. Squeeze through those glutes. Here for 5. Adding on in 3. We're gonna hold those weights lifted in 2. Last one, I want you to send those weights above our chest. They're holding here. From here, we are going to lift that left leg up into our tabletop position, marching it up towards our center. Toes will tap back down into our high heel position, alternating through this march. Keep those glutes squeezing. Beautiful work. Here for 3. We've got 2 more here. From here, we're going to go into that single leg work. So we're going to press that left leg up into our tabletop position. From here, right arm is going to pull down into that single arm chest press. We're going to send that weight back up to the sky and tap those toes back down. So we're alternating through lifting that leg up into our tabletop, finding that single arm chest press, tapping those toes back down, keeping our glutes squeezed this whole time. Beautiful work. We're here for 5. Work that balance. Squeeze through those glutes. You're doing amazing. We're going to switch sides in 3. Keep those glutes lifted. And last one. Beautiful work. We're going to switch sides. From here, tap those toes back down on that side. We're lifting the opposite side into a tabletop position. We're going to come into that single chest press on that side. Once we come back up to that lifted position, we're tapping those toes down. Keep those glutes lifted. You're doing amazing. Here for 3. And last 2. We are so close. You're doing amazing. Beautiful work. Last one. From here, I want you to set both of those legs back down, lower through those glutes. From here, we're going to press back up to that top point. We're pulsing out here. Squeeze and unsqueeze through those glutes. Beautiful work. Here for 10. Here for 5. 3, 2, And 1. Lose those weights. Beautiful job. Amazing work. All right, we'll bring those hands to the nooks of our knees and rock and roll on up. We can grab some water on our way up. And when we're ready, we're gonna head into our next chop. We're gonna go into some standing legs. So we'll need weights for these ones too. We'll grab one of those Pilates blocks. We're gonna set it long ways on our yoga mat here. So we can just set it somewhere along the way. We're gonna begin with whatever leg we choose. From here, we're gonna grab those weights. We're gonna begin with one of those feet lifted up, setting on top of our Pilates block. We're gonna find this position here where our feet are stacked about underneath our hips, one of those resting on a Pilates block. From here, those weights are gonna come on up to our shoulders. And we're gonna begin by sitting down into our squat, just dropping your glutes down over our heels, and then pressing back up to our standing point. Sitting down into the squat, pressing back up to our standing point. Almost like we're sitting down into a chair, and then pressing back on up to standing. Beautiful work. Here for 3. Squeeze through those glutes to come to our top point. Beautiful work. Let's add those weights in here. Next time we press on up, we're sending those weights up to the sky. Next time we lower down, they drop to our shoulders. You're doing amazing. Here for 5. Adding on in 4. You got 3 more here. Squeeze through those glutes to power up. Last 2. Next time we come on up to that standing point. From here, we're gonna step that foot out wider than our hips. Sit down into that squat. Press those weights up towards the sky. Beautiful work. We're here for 5. We're sending those knees out over our toes as we sit down into that squat. Here for 3. You're gonna meet me down at that bottom point in 2. Last one, meet me down here. We're gonna pulse it out. You're doing incredible. Here for 5. We've got it for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Beautiful work. Shake out those shoulders, shake out those legs. We're gonna switch sides. So let's send that Pilates block on over to the opposite side of our mat. We're once again begin with those more narrow squats. So feet are gonna stack just about underneath hips here, pressing one of those feet on top of our Pilates block, and bring those weights to our shoulders. And begin by sitting down into that squat. Staying here. We don't have to bring that arm underneath it yet. Just finding our form. Squeeze through those glutes to power up. Here for 5. Like we're sitting down into a chair, pressing up to that top point. Last 3. Let's add that arm movement in 2. Last one. Next time we come on up, let's press those weights towards the sky. Lower them down to our shoulders as we sit down into that squat. You're doing incredible. Here for 4. We have this for 3. We're gonna find that wider squat in 2. Last one, step that foot out. Find those squats. You're doing incredible. We have this for 5. Meet me down here in 4. Sending those knees out over our toes. Pulsing it out in 3. And meet me down here, pulse it out. Drop those glutes down. How low can you get? Here for 5. You're doing amazing. We're so close. And 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Lose those Pilates blocks. Come on down, grab some water on our way. We're gonna finish out with our arm track. Alright, so for this arm track, we're gonna run to our kneeling position. We're gonna need both of those weights once again. We're gonna take a slight hinge at our hips. We're gonna hover our glutes over our heels. We're gonna tuck those elbows in towards our waist here. Palms are gonna face in towards each other. So here we're gonna begin by sending our arms parallel with our shoulders, lifting out of that hip hinge. Lower back into that hip hinge, waist come back to our center point. Pressing up here. Beautiful work. We're here for 5. We're here for 3. We're going to add on in 2. Last one, meet me at our top point here. From here, we're gonna flip those weights up, flip them right back down, lower to our waist. Beautiful work. Gonna keep this movement really slow and controlled. As we lower down, we're keeping our glutes floating. We're here for 3. We've got 2 more here. And last one, I want you to meet me at our top point. So here we're just finding those cactus arms, flipping down. Beautiful work. Here for 3. Find those 90-90s in 2. Lift up to our top point. From here, we're closing our elbows together in front of our face. Opening back up to those 90-90s. Beautiful work. We're working those shoulders. Here for 3. And last 2. Open out to that wide point in 1. From here, we're pressing those weights up to the sky. Pull back to that 90-90. Beautiful work. You're doing amazing. Here for 4. Here for 2. We're so close. You got this for 1. Beautiful work. Shake out those shoulders. We're almost done with this arm track. We're going to finish out. We're working some more shoulders. So from here, palms are going to face in towards our thighs. We're lifting them up parallel to our shoulders, lowering back down to our thighs. Here for 5. We have this for 3. We're going to add in some lateral raises in 2. And last one. From here, come out to the sides. We're going to find a little seat position. Sorry, it's a little cramped room. And we're here for 5. We're going to put those together in 4. You're so close. You're doing incredible. Last 3. Work those shoulders. This movement is coming from our shoulders. Last 2. And last one, we're coming into that lateral raise. Bring those arms to the front, come into that front raise. Out to the sides. Beautiful work. We are here for 4. We have this for 3. You're doing beautiful. strong in 2. We're going to pulse it out in 1. Last one, maybe in our T position. From here, we're going to flip those weights up and flip them down. Pulse out here. You're doing incredibly. We're so close. This is our last movement. We're headed right to the cool down. We've got it for 5. You're doing amazing. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Lose those weights. Come on down. Grab some water. Beautiful work. All right, let's send each of our limbs to a corner of the mat. We'll take a couple breaths here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Next big exhale, let's pull that left knee in towards our chest. Hug it in towards our heart here. We'll use our hands, guide that knee in some little circles. Next big inhale, let's send that leg away. We're gonna exhale, pull the opposite knee in towards our chest, hug it in towards our heart here. Gentle stretch through that hamstring, gentle stretch through those glutes. Use our hands to guide that knee in some little circles here. Let's take another big inhale, extend that leg away. We're gonna exhale, pull both knees in towards our chest, hug them in towards our heart here. We can take a moment here, rocking and rolling side to side, up and down. Give ourselves a massage of the back against the mat. Roll out those shoulders, roll out our hips. Have you ever played rotten egg on a trampoline? Evoke your inner rotten egg. Let's work those hands to the bases of our feet. We're gonna draw our heels up towards the ceiling, knees strapped to the sides of our chest. We're gonna find our happy baby here. This is a great time to bring some joy of movement back into our bodies. This is your body. Enjoy that movement. Here for 5. We can rock and roll side to side, up and down. You can pedal out those legs, whatever your happy baby feels like today. Now we're ready. Let's work those hands to the bases of our knees. We're gonna rock and roll on up from here. We're gonna drop those knees to the sides of our chest before we turn to find our tabletop position. So for this tabletop position, hands will stack underneath shoulders, knees will stack underneath hips. We're shining our chest on down to the mat and shining our hips on down to the mat. From here, we can come into our cat and cow positions, find some freedom of flow here. So on our next big inhale, let's arch the back, tuck the pelvis, take a look at the knees. Next big exhale, let's bow our belly buttons down towards the ground. Take a look up at the sky. Big inhale to arch the back, tuck the pelvis, take a look at our knees. And big exhale to drop our belly buttons down towards the ground, bringing those shoulders away from our ears. I really invite you to bring some audible breaths into this practice. Throughout our Pilates class, you'll often hear me referencing inhaling and exhaling for certain movements. So that's a way to deepen our movements, a way to pull more energy into our body as we need it. So this is a great one to practice those audible breaths. Practice bringing in what we need and dispelling what does not serve us. As we inhale to arch into cat, tucking through the pelvis, taking a look at our knees. And as we exhale all of the air out of the reaches of our lungs, down in cow. Let's get 2 more here, going at the pacing of your own breath. Listen into your body. Listen into your spine. Try out those audible breaths. And when we're ready, let's meet back in neutral spine together, halfway between our cat and cow. Once we're back in that neutral spine position, we're going to take a lift through that left arm. We're going to drop behind our left ear. Big inhale, we're sending our elbow up towards the ceiling. And big exhale, we'll tuck that elbow underneath opposite armpit. Inhaling to lift. Getting that stretch through our side body, getting that little opening through our lungs. Next time we inhale up, I want you to extend those arms towards the ceiling. Take a look at the back of our palms. And big exhale. We're drawing it underneath opposite armpit and lower our shoulder on down to the mat. Taking a moment here, just threading the needle. Feel that stretch through our side body. When we're ready, next big inhale. Let's press back up into our 4-point position. We'll reset our hands so they're stacked underneath our shoulders. Now let's draw our attention to the right hand side. So right fingertips come behind the right ear. Big inhale, draw that elbow up towards the sky. And big exhale to tuck underneath opposite armpit. Inhale to lift. Exhale as we tuck. Next time we inhale up, let's extend those arms up towards the ceiling. Take a look at the back of our hand. And big exhale, we're drawing it underneath opposite armpit, lowering our shoulder on down to the mat. Trying that little thread the needle here. And big inhale. Let's come on back to that 4-point position. Hands will stack underneath shoulders, knees will stack underneath hips. From here, let's widen the straddle of our knees just a little bit. We're going to walk those hands a bit further than our shoulders, so like a palm ahead of our shoulders. From here, we're going to use a little bit of momentum, lower our glutes towards our heels. And then we're going to press forward, sending our hips towards our wrists. And then pressing back to lower our glutes over our heels. Just alternating here. Being very gentle with this stretch. Let's get 2 more here. And last one. When we're ready, let's sit all the way back down onto our heels, drawing our chest down towards the mat, drawing our forehead down to the mat. We're going to come into this child's pose position together. And this is where we're going to wrap up our Pilates class today. As we wrap up this time together, I think it's a great time to reflect on the day ahead of us. We have the opportunity to start our day together. I think it's a great time to reflect on how special it is that you began your day by connecting with your body, prioritizing your health. That through taking this time to beginning our day with 45 minutes of movement, we have set ourselves up to better connect with our life ahead of us today, with the interactions ahead of us today. That we have set ourselves up to show up fully, to fully engage with the moments ahead of us. It's a great time to set an intention for the day ahead of us. What do we seek today? How do we wish to show up? So as we wrap up class today, I invite you to set an intention for the day ahead of you. When we're ready, let's exhale, walk those hands in towards our chest, come on back up to the day. Thank you all so much for being here, even despite our snowy weather. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week. Have a fabulous day. I know you have incredible things ahead of you today. And I'll stick around for a couple minutes if anybody's got any questions, comments, suggestions. I love feedback. It's your class. I want to make sure we're doing exactly what you want to do. So please let me know. And I will see you next week.